Good morning, afternoon, or whenever I decide to post this video. It's been a minute. Probably the last time I updated, I didn't have my car and I hated it here. I have my car back. Everything's good. It is currently 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning. And I have decided to go and exercise on day 1 of 3 of my days off because I am a bariatric patient. If you know, you know, like I am a bariatric patient. So to get some clarification, hey, what's up? This is Lady Bird Armstrong. I'm going to give you an update. I'm going to update you guys while I take my drive to the gym. Give some stats, some thoughts, some feelings, some good, some bad, some ugly, some sprinkling, some dustings, and hopefully that it makes sense as I talk and go on and do all the things. First of all, my locks are gone. I cut them. My sides were getting bad. I was almost bald, but now they have actually grown back, so now it looks weird. I look like Patchy the Pirate. And I'm just like, bro, how did I end up looking like Patchy the Pirate? But I love the fact that my hair is actually short right now because I'm digging my short cut girl hair era. Like, I like it. It's free. If I feel like it, I will like put gel in my hair to mold it or let my curls pop out, and then I'm good to go for the day until like it's too itchy. And then that's when I wash it out, and then I just wear my cute little mini fro, and I'm about my business. That's life. But yeah, so I have weight loss surgery March 5th. So March, April, May, June. We're at the 3-month mark. What does that mean for a bariatric patient like me who's at her 3-month mark and she's going to the gym? And let me just give you some stats, and maybe that will kind of put things into perspective a little bit, and people will be like, what, hot and a heck. So if you look back at my previous videos, I've never been skinny. Never been a skinny girl. The skinny girls that you see like on TV, weight loss commercials. No, I've always been a bigger woman, a bigger person, what have you. That's just Brittany. That's just her life. Okay. So with that all being said and done and formulated and whatnot, and I'm hoping that I don't get ran over right now because, like I said, I'm in traffic. People like to drive weird here in Kansas. If you know where I'm from, you'll get it. You'll be like, oh yeah, Brittany, you're doing ridiculous things, and it's on Monday. So here I am. When I first started this journey to become a bariatric patient, to do weight loss surgery, I was close to 400 pounds. 354 to be exact. That is the number I go based off of, even though that's not what my surgeons or any of my doctors will go off of, because they're like, I feel like that's cheating a little bit. But you know what? We're not going to go there. We're going to just make it work. Make it do what it do. And at that time, my health was not in the greatest it's time. It's literally time. Time to get started, time to, act right, do right, be right. So I did. I didn't tell anybody first about my journey except for my husband because it was through his dime, his insurance. Like, this is what I'm doing, plotting to do. Okay, baby, I'm with you. But then I started hearing, and I feel like I have to break this up into sections. This will be like part one. Then here came the commentary, and it was more so for my husband, not for me. But it was also still kind of negative. Oh, you're finally doing something. Oh, you're finally doing it. Well, if she's doing it, you have to do what she does, etc., 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 etc. Ma'am endorsed her. I had surgery 3 months ago to shrink my stomach down to the size of a banana, to where I physically, even if I tried, I would hurt myself trying to eat or just stretch out my stomach, and therefore all that weight loss that I was like, and it's just like, we can't do that. We can't go back to I'm sorry, my nose is itching. We cannot go back to those ways. So that all being said, I was pushing it. And I was like, I gotta do something. I heard I'm not enjoying life. My mental health is down the drain. Things are going on. And I didn't realize, like, now how I feel about myself versus how I felt then. It's still kind of the same, but a few things have changed. I'm like, okay, I can handle this. This is okay. And then there's some days like, I cannot. I'm going to go back in my shell. I'm not handling this very well. So, I am currently sitting at between, my weight has been fluctuating. I think I'm about to start my monthly. I was at 265, and now I'm at 268, 269, however you look at it. And I need to get back on my stuff. What I was doing before life kicked in its ugly head, and it's made things not even like really worse. I've just gotten lazy, and it's like, well, you know what to do. Do it. This is part of the reason why I'm doing it, because I don't have an excuse. I don't have I just really don't have an excuse. I just need to do what I do, and yeah, if y'all saw how fast I was going right now making this vlog, you'd be like, you need to stop, but I can't, because it's 8 o'clock in the morning traffic here in Kansas. Like I said, if you know, you know. And we're about to come into a construction area. If I don't get a ticket, I'm not speaking it into existence. Just letting y'all know, if I get a ticket, I get a ticket today. Again, trying not to. I think I have alleviated one reason that I don't have to speed anymore. I can go back to what I was. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for your grace and mercy. So anyways, so then to kind of skip past all the really grits, because probably if you go on somebody's weight loss surgery page and or channel, they'll explain all the goods, the bads, the uglies that they went through. I don't think mine is really interesting right now, but before I was approved for surgery, when I did all the things that they asked me to, etc., etc., etc. I got my weight down, which was good. People were actually starting to notice before I had the weight loss surgery, like, you're doing good. I just didn't feel all that great. I felt like I can usually do more. I can usually be better than this. But I realize now, as a bariatric patient, the weight that I just told y'all currently, that was the heaviest I had ever been in my entire freaking life. 354 pounds. Brittany, 354 pounds. Like, you've got to be kidding us. Like, 354 pounds. Listen to what she just said and how you think you should be, act, feel, do, and all this stuff. You were 354 pounds. That's a lot of Brittany. That was a lot of Brittany to push around and do. And so one of my coworkers put it into perspective for me. They're like, next time you go to the store, grab about 4 10-pound bags of potatoes and then grab a 5-pound bag of potatoes and notice that and feel that. I haven't done it yet. I should. But as I think about it now and I put it into perspective, I was carrying that weight all the time, and it wasn't just the weight like of being overweight. It was the weight of how I felt, my stressors, my everything. And I'm like, wow. And it puts in perspective for me, like, I don't want to ever see myself that big again. Because then I even look back at old videos I used to make on TikTok and all that good junk, and I really look at it hard. I'm like, wow. Like, if you look at my face now, it's like, well, Brittany, you don't look like too different. No. Like, if you know me from anywhere else, you know what I do, have fun, how I have my stress relief, TikTok and whatnot, you will see a difference. I do now. And I feel like how some girls like say, I have body dysmorphia. I didn't get it until just now. Now it makes sense. Brittany doesn't see herself in her 300-pound body. Well, take that back. Brittany sees herself as 354-pound Brittany. Brittany doesn't see herself at 270 pounds, so it's a weird, strange sensation. I look at myself, and people that see me like me, they're like, they're shocked. And I'm shocked at what they're shocked at, because I'm like, are you for real? Like, hello. Like, I went to the gas station the other day. I saw my cousin. He hadn't seen me in a minute. I hadn't seen him in a minute. He's gotten chunky. Meanwhile, I got small. And he looked at me, and I waved at him. I was like, hey. And I don't think he really recognized me off top. He had to, like, do a double take. And then once he recognized who I was, then he actually, like, waved at me. Like, acknowledgement wave. Like, he knew, like, oh, it clicked. And when it clicked for him, he's all like, that's my cousin. I'm like, hey, cousin. What's up, cousin? How you doing, cousin? And I think it's funny. I laugh at it now because I'm just like, yeah, that was me, your cousin. Like, what's up? Hi, how are you? Like, there's nothing really different besides the fact that I've had weight loss surgery like some other people have had, and like, it's a tool. It's not a cure-all. Things have to change up in here for you to be successful. Like, for real successful, you have to realize, like, I can't do this, go back to old habits, even though they die hard. You can't do it, or you're not gonna benefit. So, like, for me, like, being 100%, like, I have days where I'm not eating very well, because either I don't have that hunger anymore, saying you need to eat, and or it's just my depression, my mood, and I'm like, I don't want nothing, I don't deserve it. And then there's days where it's like, I can eat, but it's like, oh, you can't really eat that much, and it's like, okay, that's fine, but we gotta eat. And then it's just like stuff that's not really that fabulous sometimes, because I think I'm in the stage where I have to remember that I have to eat to nourish my body, and I have to do it to sustain, and it is okay. It is not a bad thing. Food for my body is not a bad thing. Just because, yes, you are a bigger plus size woman does not mean that you have to have that frame of mind, be trapped, and be like, every piece of food you eat is going to make you gain weight. It's going to make you fat. Moderation, yes. You got to do stuff in moderation. If there's something you can't handle, don't do it. I get that. However, it's not just everything is going to make me fat. Everything that I think tastes good can be a good food, not a bad food. And it's not just going to stay there. As long as I actually keep doing what I need to do, moving my body, all that good stuff, things will be okay. At least that's what I keep telling and hyping myself up for. But it's hard. I feel like I said, I have a little bit of body dysmorphia. And what I mean by that statement is, I don't see myself in my newer body. My 200, like I said, 270 pound, 260 pound body. I don't see myself that way. I see the girl that was heavy, hurting all the time, not just physically, emotionally, mentally, and felt like people was just like out to get her, and was like, it's like, we can't think like that anymore. We got to do better. We got to be better. So with that being said, I do therapy, and people sometimes make fun of my therapy. They're like, you shouldn't really, like, you seem happy-go-lucky. You really shouldn't have any worries. It's first world problems, if you want to be honest. If you really want me to be, like, honest for real. It's first world problems that I have to deal with. Ooh, I could go walking over here at this park. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at places where I can, like, walk sometimes, and I just saw one, I just thought about it, and I'm like, if I remember and I get up early enough, I can go do it. And yeah, so I was just thinking, like, that was a good place to walk, and I got sidetracked. Ooh, I see a house for sale. I'm getting distracted again, but, like, I just don't see myself as small Brittany. And then, like, when people are starting to notice stuff about me, like, different things that I didn't notice, I'm just like, why didn't you see this before? That was there, and then they're like, oh, it was there. But what is it now that makes you see it? Like, and I kid you not, I notice it now too, and I'm like, where was this? I don't see it. I didn't see it until now. What's happening? What's going on? why are people now just noticing this? And then everybody's all like, Brittany, you look amazing. It's like, didn't I look okay before? I guess not. But it's like, there's a lot of things I've noticed. Like, I actually have a defined, like, shape and waist. And I was like, where has this been all my life? Even when I was, like, a teenager. Like, I got small, but I didn't have certain features. And now that I see them, I was like, where has this been all my life? Well, it's been hiding up underneath how big you were. So, duh. So now that I actually physically, like, see it and I like it, it's like I want to maintain the shape. I want to look like this, like all the time. Like, just don't leave me hanging. Let me enjoy this while I can, you know, type deal. Like the other day, me and my husband were just being goofy. And I was dancing, which I don't normally do. I'm not a dancing girl, but I was feeling myself in a mood. And me and my husband, we did things that married couples do. And he's all like, hey, it's popping back there. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't got nothing back there. He's like, you're a liar and a car thief. I'm like, what? He's like, I see you. And I'm like, I don't get what you're talking about. And he had to, like, grab it and show me and tell me, like, this what you think you don't have, you have, Miss Brittany. And it's a thinging and a moving and a shaking. And I'm like, if you get what I'm talking about, and something I've complained about, as a weight loss patient, you know. Now that I've lost weight, I notice it now, and I guess other people have too, because I'm just looking at it like, I didn't know either. I don't know what this is. I don't know what to do with this. Like, I was just having fun at my house, and people now just are like, hey, it's there, congratulations, or hey there, it's something now we notice on you. You feel great about it? It's like, I don't know about this. Like, I'm not sure about this at all. And if you haven't guessed it by now, it's not this. This I have lost. I've gained my butt. And it's wonderful here. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my butt looks actually like a proportionate black woman's butt. And I like it here. Yes, if you heard what I whispered, and if YouTube, like, cuts out a portion of this video, then, oh well. I said it with my whole chest. I have literally lost belly but gained my butt. But that I have been wondering about, where girls have gotten BBLs. I have my butt now. Congratulations to me. And why I say that now is because I feel like more attractive in a sense. Like, I feel like I don't need to be a whole out, you know what I'm trying to say, to get attention, or wear certain things to get attention. I wouldn't even wear certain things to get attention because people weren't paying attention to me to begin with. Because that's the type of person I am. I don't draw attention to myself. I try not to, because it's not worth it. Because then you can get the wrong attention and then the wrong perception. And I think that's one of the things I realize now. Like, I got the wrong type of attention, and now I gotta like, I did this to be healthier, right? This is what people go for weight loss surgery for. To look better, to feel better, to have a better quality of life, etc. But I don't think, like, in classes they really, like, explain to you, like, you do realize, like, once you lose all that initial weight, your honeymoon phase of weight, when you maintain it, you're going to get a different type of attention and a different type of almost fan base, and you're going to have to, like, deal with it as it comes. And if it's something you never dealt with before, and I'll give you a forewarning. Whoa! Hang in there. You'll be alright, but you just gotta hang in there. You've got to hang in there when you get this other attention, okay? And if you're not the type of person I am, you're not gonna get it at all. You're just gonna look at me like, girl, you've lost your shit. I don't get what you mean. When you haven't felt like you have gotten the type of attention you've wanted, and then now you finally, like, get it, it's weird, because then it's like you have to navigate, like, is this what you really wanted? But that's a whole nother story for another time. So with that all being said, I have made it to the gym I wanted to go. I'm gonna do my workout and feel great and feel amazing and try to hone in on my habits that I had before and see how this goes. I love y'all. Deuces. Have a good day.